What's up, everybody? My name's Jack Main. Welcome back to the Get That Skate podcast. I've got some special guests with me tonight. To the left of me, in the middle of the screen, I've got Mitch Thompson. How are you going, Mitch?
Yeah, good. A bit fucking cold, isn't it?
Yeah. Straight off the bat with it.
Off the bat, bleep it straight away.
On the other side of the table, I've got returning guests because all you awesome people were commenting, yeah, we love Dom, get him back on the show. I'll remind you, Dom lives 18 minutes away. I've been doing this podcast for 2 years now. This is the second time. Welcome back, Dom.
Woo! Oh, wrong button. It's the yellow. Yeah, that's the one. Thanks.
Just letting the viewers at home know we've got a crowd behind the camera.
Thanks,
so
everyone.
Huge
crowd.
Welcome back, Dom. Welcome back, Mitty. Before we start the podcast, I just wanted to give a massive shout out to Comet Skateboards, Daisy from Comet Skateboards for hooking Get That skate up with the Cruiser, bunch of other swag when we were over at Tepe, which is what we're going to talk about. But Comet has been just a extremely influential brand in downhill skateboarding for an incredibly long time now. And they went away for a little bit. They've come back with these cruisers. Daisy's pumping out the Takeover, an updated version of the Takeover. There's, the double kickboards that they're pumping out, and it's just sick to see. And I've got to say, I heard the rumors for a long time about this board being one of the best skateboards ever made. And
oh, yeah.
it's so much fun. So
Pretty fun board.
Shout out to Daisy.
Really fun.
Shout out to Comet. Shout out to everybody who rides a Comet.
Yeah, I will just say, if it wasn't for Comet, I don't think I would be skating. So,
because your first board was
my first board was a Comet Ethos 36.
Yeah.
My second board was a Comet Grease Shark, and I had that board for 6 years, I believe.
Jesus.
And it's hanging on the wall downstairs.
And it's hanging on the wall downstairs. Yes.
Yeah.
So, shout out Comet.
Yeah, shout out to Comet for hooking Get That up. Believing in Get That. That's the thing, Comet being such a, like I said, an influential brand. And what I'm trying to do with Get That, I'm happy that they believe in Get That and they wanted to support Get That. So shout out again to Daisy and Comet, everyone who rides a Comet. All right, so if you're tuning back in, the last episode that we had were Mitty, you couldn't make it. What was going on, mate? Did you have some onions or something, bro?
Yeah, I heard about
Sore belly.
Yeah, heard you bag me out about that a bit.
Nah. We love him, mate.
You gotta. If you're not bagging out your best mates, then they're not your best mates.
So you couldn't make the first podcast, Mitty, and it was all about our time in Malibu. How was your time in Malibu?
Great. I've never been to Malibu before.
First time?
First time.
Because you've been to Cali a few times, right?
Yeah, I've been to Cali, but I've never even skated in Cali. I've always just stopped through on the way through and, used it as a transit. Never had time to actually appreciate it. And I've been missing out on a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So we're not gonna spend an hour and 25 talking about our 3 days in Malibu. But just quickly, what do you think of the Airbnb?
Oh, sweet. Location.
So good, eh?
So good.
Yeah, we'll be going back. What did you think of Tuna?
Amazing. Lives up to the hype.
What was your first run like? Because Jayden and Dom explained their first run. I want to hear it from you.
Didn't know what I was getting myself into. Tried to follow someone, but then they racked off pretty quick because they know the road. So cruising down, I was getting darker and darker. Turned around and Harry was behind me for a bit. Turned around, Harry was not behind me anymore. So I thought the worst. I don't know if you boys talked about it, but he went for a little tinkle.
He did a wee on the block.
On the block, on his block. Got to the bottom and kind of said, okay, I'm done for the day because it's a gnarly road. You can actually go really quick.
That's what Jayden and Dom were saying. Even myself, when I first experienced it in January, is it's a road that we've watched for, a decade now.
Yeah.
Call it that. We've watched countless raw runs there, and you get there, and it's still just a lot to, work around.
You can kind of cruise down if you slide a lot, but holy God, if you don't slide, all of a sudden you're going like 70 around blind corners. Yeah, you're booking along. It's quick.
It's incredible.
I will just ask, did you get told that it was 2 ways at the top?
I knew.
Oh, you knew.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good for you then. Yeah,
were you chopping?
Yeah, because I was by myself. Because as I discussed in the last podcast, I put my trucks on backwards.
Put them on backwards. I tried to help you. Nothing could work
Yeah,
for you. And in the
Wait,
end,
your trucks are on backwards though.
my trucks, yeah.
Your trucks are
I
always
still
on
gotta fix that.
backwards.
They're always wigging out, but they work.
What else could Mitty quickly touch on? What are your thoughts on the NPCs in California?
yeah.
Oh, bro, straight up GTA.
Everywhere, bro. And
Everywhere.
we spoke. So the previous podcast is being uploaded as we speak. Mitty hasn't seen what we spoke about, but we touched on their, the NPC issue that California has. But we were talking about how crazy it is that like GTA came out however many years ago, right? And California fully built their like
the whole world around it.
Yeah,
the
like
whole
they
cities
copied
around it.
GTA.
Yeah, I can't believe it either. Like, bro, people walking into like walls and stuff, and like
It's crazy,
just
man.
like
Driving along Malibu, it's like they fully built this because it was on GTA.
Yeah.
It's just wicked.
yeah.
It's crazy.
America will do, it'll do that.
Yeah.
They'll copy movies.
How was I'm just trying to think of what we can quickly brush over. How was sitting next to Dom when he did the blazing challenge?
Did he do it properly? I don't think he did it properly.
No,
He,
we've been through
we
this.
just- yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't do it,
It was
properly.
it was an attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will claim that I ate foreskins, and I will forever
Wait,
claim that.
wait. Can you just? What did you say,
I'll say it
Bro,
again.
I was sitting next to you. I did not see that.
foreskins. I ate foreskins.
bro? You're listening to yourself.
I thought something happened over
Come
there.
on.
Okay.
Anyway.
Just give it to me.
Yeah. So he attempted
You
it.
attempted it.
What were your thoughts on the movie poster for the new Buzz Lightyear movie?
It goes hard.
Goes hard.
Goes hard.
Goes
Goes
hard. Yeah. And I think you said in the last podcast, feel free to screenshot the photo that I took because I wanted to show people the photo of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for that movie to come
Oh,
out.
man. I am going to release night. If I could go back to that cinema and go to release night of that Buzz Lightyear movie, I would.
I wouldn't buy a beer from there again.
I would.
Bro, $11
I don't
for a
care,
beer.
man.
But that guy was
US.
kind. He was
Lightyear
kind
movie.
and
He was
courteous.
kind, but I'm not paying for kindness.
And
I'm
I
paying
also
for
I tipped him like $5
Yeah.
as well, and that was not it.
So you paid like $25 for it.
Yeah, well, I did pay. I also paid $65 for pancakes, so we can. We'll all
I'm
we all
gonna
make mistakes.
I'm gonna quickly throw some words out to Mitty, and you're just gonna give me a couple words answer. Mulholland.
Yeah, amazing. Yep.
Yeah, and amazing.
Closed road.
Yep.
Yep, sweet.
Decker.
I didn't even know what that road was. I've seen it. And then after going there, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like, again, amazing. Those boys are on a level because of the roads. Like
Malibu Mile with Dom in front.
So Dom's in front on tiny wheels and I'm on big 80 mil Mavericks and he's sliding and I'm just going to hit him, ram him. But yeah, that was interesting.
We
It was good
survived.
fun. It's good fun.
We survived. Braheny behind you saying not to slide, but I'm sliding.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled, another wing.
Yep.
It went hard, didn't it?
It went hard.
Look, I had low expectations. 1 a.m. And we're like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're hungry, boys. We'll get some wings. They turned up in a Tesla, dropped off
Yeah.
some wings,
In the Tessie.
went hard. But yeah, that was a good meal. That was
So
our
that-
first meal, I'm pretty sure.
That's
properly.
that's pretty much
Next I can remember.
pretty much California.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah, Malibu and all that.
The last episode, if you're tuning into this one, hopefully you've watched it, the first leg of our tour. But we ended it at Santa Monica, and we got in the car at Santa Monica.
Cool.
And we're driving up the PCH. Is that what they call it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
not-
Dom, you were
up the
driving.
highway.
The
Oh,
end
you
of
drove-
Route 66 somewhere.
You drove the whole way from Santa Monica.
I
Yeah.
drove the whole way. Not it was
It was peaceful,
it was
bro.
real peaceful.
It was a terrible drive.
It was awesome for me. I had a smooth
This guy-
ride.
This guy.
It's like he's on his P's or something.
Ellsborough. I felt like the
He's
instructor.
learner license.
And I'm like, oh my God, Dom, get off the cat's eyes.
So we're pretty tired, putting up with the kids all the 3 days that we were there. We're trying to have an apnea in the back, and nap for those who don't know.
I was up front, bro.
Oh, you're out front. I'm up the
Yeah.
back. I'm like, I've had it. Bro, I reckon every cat's eye was hit.
Bro, it's 3 hours of just rumble strip. Just, yeah,
It's non-stop.
non-stop.
It was-
Thanks for driving.
What I will say is, I drove. We got there. Everyone was happy at the end of the trip.
Yeah.
Maybe not throughout the trip.
Midway through, there was a little argument.
Yeah, we'll brush over the argument.
Yeah, me and Jayden had an unshine in the car, lad.
Just settling some things. You know.
But yeah, we
Who's
got
the
there.
better skater?
We got there in the end. We turned up to the brewery in
Santa Monica Brewery.
Santa Maria.
Yeah, so Kevin was holding the the
Rego.
Tepe registration at Santa Monica Brewery, and I don't know if there was anything.
Santa Maria.
I don't know if there was anything like a relationship between Kevin and Santa Monica Brewery, but
Santa Maria.
Santa Maria Brewery, sorry. Shout out Santa Maria Brewery. I don't know if there was a relationship between Kevin and them, but when we went there for dinner throughout Tepe, they were shouting everyone beers. They were like, yeah, we want to throw down next time the event's on. So hopefully, I know Kevin's watching this because it's the Get That Skate podcast. But Santa Maria Brewery were down to help out for next year's event.
Yeah,
so.
the owner there is a G.
Yeah, he was a
hooked
legend.
it up, loved what we were doing, loved the event.
Yeah.
Sick. We
And
missed
then-
Rego though.
Yeah, we missed Rego. We were
Rego.
late.
We missed Rego.
I reckon if we didn't hit every cat's eye on the way, it would have been 30 minutes there quicker.
You know what slowed us down? Me getting my SIM card actually slowed us down
True.
for about an hour.
Yeah, bro.
It
What?
took an hour to get a SIM card. Like T-Mobile, fix your so
Yeah,
I don't
fix
know what
it.
the goes there.
And then
Yeah,
you
with the
didn't even have
program.
service like the whole of North Carolina, so that was a waste of time. But that's a story
It
for
was
another.
okay
Yeah.
for me.
So when we were at the brewery, we just missed everyone. We kind of met a few of the boys out the front of this taco truck, dude. And I could spend I'm not going to, but I could spend half an hour talking about this taco truck, bro. That rocked my world. Quesabiria.
Damn.
Damn. And every time that beautiful lady would serve me, I'd say, love you. And she'd go, love you, boy. She called me boy every time. We met the boys out the front of the Mexican truck. And we ended up going back to that Mexican truck every night but one.
Yeah. Went to the brewery and that was about it.
Went to the brewery for one night for dinner and Mexican truck every night. Pumping the quesadillas. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, by the time we got to Santa Maria, the sun was down. It was dark as, and we had to get to that.
Cold, bro.
Cold as well.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Like up at Tuna, it was kind of cold, cold enough. But there, it was like cold. I don't know what happened
Real
there.
cold.
I didn't even say in the last podcast. I think it was when we were at Decca. I turned around. Everyone's at like the bottom of the hill or like at the last corner. I turn around. I think it was at Decca, and Scoot's nose is just bleeding.
Oh yeah.
Scoot's nose was just bleeding because of how dry and cold that air was.
Yeah.
The
California,
air in
is
California
dry.
Yeah, man. Why is
Yeah.
it so dry? Can someone fix that, please?
Yeah. Elon's gonna fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's got to fix that. But yeah, man, Santa
so-
Maria
it was
at night.
So
Oh my
hot,
god.
though.
Freezing,
During the
bro.
day, hot and dry. My
Yeah.
lips were about to fall off.
Oh yeah.
Like,
So hot during the day, so cold at night.
thank God for Airbnb. It was warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Cozy
the
with all the
that's what
boys.
we were getting to, the
Yeah.
Airbnb. We struck gold on the first Airbnb in Malibu.
Yep.
Dom, tell us about the Airbnb at Santa Maria. What are your thoughts on it, bro? Because, we're talking about traveling. This is part of traveling. You either sleep on the floor, you got to find the cheapest you can get. We found a cheap spot,
Yeah.
considering.
Well, so we looked at Airbnbs for a while, and we were kind of like, I don't know, me and Jayden did anyway, and we were kind of like looking at them, and they looked like they were heaps far away from Tepe. So we were like, we don't really want to do it. Anyway, we booked like the closest one that we could find, and it ended up being the cheapest. And it was so cheap per person. It was so cheap. And we get in there. The owner was
G.
mad. He was
Right.
he was so
They
happy
left us
for
this
to be
beautiful
there.
note, and it was just like, love what you guys are doing. Any help you need, let me know. Like, here's this, here's that, da da da. Thank you so much for staying. And it was just nice to walk into, you know what I mean?
Don't leave the lights on.
Don't leave the lights on. You got angry at us for that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did leave the
shout out
lights
to
on.
you.
Bit irresponsible, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it was a little 2-bedroom Airbnb in what was the town name? Started with an N.
Yeah, it wasn't in Santa Maria, was it?
Don't know.
Oh,
It was 25 minutes from the Tepe Hill, but it was a beautiful little Airbnb, 2 bedrooms, so we shared a bed.
Yeah.
I woke up 3 nights in a row, Mitty snuggling me.
Yep.
Dom, you were sharing a bed with Jayden.
I was sharing with Jayden,
Oh,
and
by the
I
way-
woke up with him snuggling me as well.
So Jayden should be here, but he's sick.
Yeah, he's sick.
He's not feeling well. So we're going to do round 2 of this podcast on our trip without Jayden. Hopefully next week he won't have a sore belly anymore. He'll be back. But you were sharing a bed with Jayden.
Yeah, I was. And considering how much he ripped skin off his body that trip.
Blood. There was blood shed.
Oh man, there was blood shed in that
was
bed.
Stuffed by the time you guys.
Yeah,
were finished.
I had about a meter of room in that bed, and I made sure there was no blood in it, and the rest of that bed was just blood.
Didn't the Airbnb send
did.
Jayden a message?
He did. He said
saying like,
that you guys were awesome, but I will admit the blood on the sheets was hard to clean.
yeah, bro, chuck it out.
Yeah, chuck
Just chuck it out. We
This is white
we
sheets.
pay the cleaning fee, bro. Just get new sheets.
Right, there was more than blood.
Oh, for Jayden, yeah,
Yeah, for
100%.
Jayden.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, the first night we had a whole bunch of the boys come through a shower because, you know, cleanliness isn't a priority on these trips. So when there's a shower present, you know, they take it.
Bro, that bathroom also got
Oh,
it got murdered.
pumped, bro.
We had probably shouldn't say how many people we had there at one point, but we had a lot of people in a 2-bedroom house.
Yeah.
You can guess. You can guess. If you've been on a skate trip, you can guess how many people were in that
Yeah,
place.
just
Yeah.
put 2 and 2 together. Just
Yeah.
think about it. But yeah, that Airbnb, it was good after driving all day and having to deal with the NPCs in Santa Monica
Yeah.
to finally get to Santa Maria and go to bed. So we're in bed. Next day, rises up. For this trip, like obviously we went to North Carolina and San Fran, Maryhill and blah, 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 all these places. But leaving Australia and going there, I was most excited for Tepe and tacos.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, for
you got to
sure.
think about it. It's Kevin Reimer, you know, multi-time world champion, legend in the game, you know, creator of products loved far and wide. And he spends a lot of time putting these events on.
Mm.
So if someone of, you know, that status like Kevin Reimer is going to put on an event, you know it's going to be a sick hill. And for years we heard the stories about it. There was a Tepe, was it last November or
October or something.
yeah,
like that,
sometime.
that, yeah.
So this one came around quickly, and I'm hoping personally as school teachers, I'm hoping Kevin keeps it at the same time
Yeah.
because it lined up with our school holidays. So if it does line up with our school holidays every year, I'll be there every year.
Yeah,
straight up.
I'm going back next. If it's the same dates, like around the same dates next
Yeah.
year, I will be back 100%.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, getting up the next morning, we're just all hyped, man. So hyped to finally get to the hill. And like there's so many parts of Tepe we're gonna talk about, like the people that we saw, but let's just talk hill to begin with. Like we get there.
Yeah. We had to rego first. 'cause we
Yeah.
missed that,
True.
and that was...
It was a bit Julian specky the first day, eh? Like took a while.
Yeah, teething issues
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
transponders and all that. I
Yeah.
don't know if he's run events with transponders before and getting
Well,
them out to
considering
people.
there was the race this time, because
Yeah.
the Tepe is usually a free ride.
Mm.
Well, he had the race last year, but it was on the
Right.
last day, so
Yeah,
they had
yeah.
all these days to prepare for it.
Yeah.
This year we had it in one day, but yeah, the hill is what's the word? It's like very
Off chops?
off chops, off camber.
Yes, off
Oh my-
camber.
not off camber, cambered.
Cambered,
Every
yes.
corner is cambered, but
Yeah.
every corner also looks very similar.
Yeah.
So the racetrack looked very similar,
Mm.
but the whole hill was amazing.
Because
Yeah.
it was the first day was the race.
Straight
First
into
day
it.
was the race. So the race was from about halfway.
Yeah.
So the race was probably only 2 minutes.
Yeah, like 250 or something.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Would you-
213.
Would you say it's
2:13
a-
is the
Would you say it's a third of the hill or half the hill or?
I'd say it's a bit over a third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I drove up in, like I wasn't racing that day. You boys were racing, which
Mm.
was sick to see Dom racing. Jayden and myself didn't race, and we'll talk about Jayden later. But I got the truck up because I wanted to see the hill. And I had my camera with me, of course, and I made my way down the hill while the practice events for the racing was going on. And I'm looking at this road, like you said, like,
It's if you had a
Yeah.
low car, I think you'd scrape going over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, it's
for sure.
the camber that the Californian hills have, and I've heard stories about why they're like that, so rain could flow down mountains. There
Okay.
could be many reasons why. This is just something I heard years ago. We don't have hills like that in
Nah.
Australia, man.
The most camber we get's like 2 degrees,
Yeah,
and then there it was like 20.
yeah. So
Like rails.
looking at this hill, keep in
Yeah.
mind I hadn't skated it yet. I'm looking at these corners. I'm like, this is going to be such a sick weekend. So you're taking practice runs, you guys.
We only got 2.
Two
Yeah.
practice runs
And then into qualifying.
straight into races. So let's talk about racing. Seeing it was on the first day.
Yeah. So yeah, 2 pracky runs.
What was your practice run like?
My practice runs did not go to plan. So like when we were in California, everything I was riding felt grippy. So I decided to chuck on.
You were worried.
I was worried.
You were like, I'm in leathers. I'm gonna like.
I was really worried actually. So I get there and I chuck on some 76A expired ass Mach 1 Cannibals, and on the first ridey, I mean, people were washing out on that ridey all the time, but on the first like proper ridey, I slid out and like just destroyed my hand. Just destroyed it. Anyway, so we got on with it.
You've got a photo of your
I've got
thumb,
a photo
don't
of
you?
it,
I'm
yeah.
gonna pull it up.
Put a thumbnail up.
Yeah,
Thumbnail,
yeah, it doesn't look that bad in the photo, but I can tell you, like, it's still not good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did that, then did the next one, and like just paranoid as, and then every run I was getting better, but
Only 2 practice runs.
2 practice runs, 2 quali runs.
And
I
look,
could have shaved off a lot of time.
Yeah.
can't knock it because we got an event done in one day, a race done in one day, which is pretty sweet. But not knowing that hill was like hard to learn.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I don't know. Did you keep forgetting about what like corners?
Yeah, because there's 2 rideys in particular that look exactly the same.
Yeah.
And one you kind of have to drift, and one you don't
One
really.
you can grip.
Yeah, so so you're always like, they all look the same, so you're always kind of just confused. For me, anyway.
Same.
But when we go back, next year,
Yeah.
I'll know the hill, so I'll be able to skate it better.
So you'll be in finals.
Yeah. yeah, I'll be in finals. Watch out, Chase.
So I heard some chat, the Aussies were going over to race, which was very interesting to see. But I heard a little bit of chat, not sure if you were feeling the same way, but some Aussies were like wanting to race, but not fussed on what happened because this Kevin, and thanks to Kevin for holding it, but Kevin held this race. So, America.
Yeah, it's like their qualifying
event. So it was obviously like the US guys were really pushing it, trying to get those spots or get, a result to eventually get a spot. So what was racing like for you? Because Dom, you did race and I feel like you're starting to get like a bit hungrier with it.
As you should.
But you've also still got that I just want to
and doesn't want to listen to Mitch.
I started skating to get rid of that competitiveness out of my life.
And now bring it
and
back.
now I'm bringing it back. But if I listen to Mitch Thompson more, I will be a lot more competitive. But yeah, I went out just, if I had one more quali run, everyone can say that. If I had one more quali run, I think I would have made it. But at the same time,
cutoff, what'd you come?
I think like 68th or something. 68.
But as a seasoned racer and someone who has traveled the world racing, Mitch, what was it like for you?
Yeah, well, like I was like speaking to Zach and Harry and stuff, and we all had a similar mindset. Like, you want to win every race you go in.
Yeah.
But we felt like a lack of real pressure because it didn't really count for anything for us. It would just be a race win.
It's no IDF. It's no Aussie.
No World Cup points. No anything. So it's a bonus if you win, but at the same time, we're just there to have fun, there to skate with the American crew we haven't seen. So yeah, like the race, same thing as Dom. I just wish I had more time on the track to learn it.
Yeah.
Because after we free rode it for 4 days, I was like, wow, I know this like back of my hand now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
sure.
Same thing, I kept forgetting this one right-hand corner. Would keep coming out wide into it because I thought I could grip it and then not grip it. I think Harry had a similar issue, same corner. So we didn't qualify that well. I think I qualified down like 24th or something.
Okay.
I think Harry was 25th right behind me, so we didn't go too well. We both crashed in our last qualifying run.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a hot one. Would have been
real pushing it because that's the last qualifying run.
Yeah. But then racing was like different again. I had no real tactic because I still didn't understand the road properly. So I was just like, push out in front and see what happens. And every race heat, I kept forgetting that one corner and getting passed by a couple of people.
Yeah.
Had some tight battles with everyone, but
I was going to ask you, sorry, do you remember who was in any of your heats, or did you have a favourite heat?
Probably like my top 32 heat, I think.
Okay.
That was me, Daniel, Minsky, and Roger.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was that unfortunately when Daniel got taken out?
Yeah, like that whole heat was really tight.
Yeah, it was, man.
Yeah, like everyone's good there.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing about that track. It's kind of like everyone's quick down it.
Yeah.
So it makes racing really tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the last corner, I was coming in behind Minsky, and he kind of looked back saying like, oh, Roger and Daniel are getting a bit close.
Yeah.
So we both backed off a bit, let him have it. And then Roger just went underneath.
Chaos ensued.
Underneath Dangle, and they both went down, and me and Minsky looked at each other and kind of like laughed a bit because we knew it was coming.
Hey, that's racing, right?
Yeah.
Like you're paying money to speed down a road centimeters away from another person.
It happens.
It happens.
Exactly.
But shout out to both Roger and Daniel because they're both G's, and it was just sick
It
to
was
see
good
them
to skate
skating.
with the boys. Yeah.
So that was your favorite heat?
That was my favorite heat.
Yeah.
And then the next one I got knocked out. I had like, I can't even remember, Minsky and Nick Broms, I think, and stuff like that. And they both went to the finals and did really well. So
did you have any heats with Aussies?
No. Luckily, we were all split apart.
Oh, I wonder if that was strategic.
Yeah, possibly. But we're all split apart, but then we all got knocked out in the corner, so it didn't work.
Yeah.
What I will say is shout out to Scoot.
That
pass.
Bro.
That
pass he
pass.
made on Dre.
Oh my god.
I'm going to screen record and put that up.
Oh my god. That was mind blowing.
You got to remember, this is Scoot's second race.
Ever.
Second race event ever.
Yeah.
Second time in leathers.
That man is GTS for life.
Yeah.
Shout out Scoot.
Get that out there.
He's got the tat.
He's got the tattoo now.
tat.
Put that. I'm sorry for another one.
I don't know if he's announced it yet. But
Oh shit.
Well, it's on stories. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Put that on screen.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Put that on screen. That tattoo, he's got it, and he's GTS
He's
for
down
life.
Which I was throwing that term around a little bit, GTS for life, but I guess it's you really got to be for life. So you might see a movement start happening. I think I'm due to get the tat now.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I was gonna
you
say.
can't be,
I'm not GTS for life.
Yeah.
So racing was sick. I just want to quickly touch on our little friend Jayden of ours. So
Oh yeah.
Jayden had this brilliant idea. Jayden, he's a lovable character, right? You meet Jayden, you love Jayden. He's GTS for life too. But we're meeting people all event, and we're going to touch on that soon, just talking about the road first. But we're meeting people all event, and, Jayden meets people so easily because he's such an awesome character.
He's loud. He's proud.
Yeah.
And he'll just talk to anyone.
Yeah.
And he'll talk your ear off.
He will.
One drink in, he'll talk your ear
my ears
off.
are still ringing. Though.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, he meets a bunch of people. He ends up talking to a skater, and they're talking about going to the skate park, right? So Jayden has the bright idea to take our hire car
During racing.
during the racing.
Tepe is a sick event. The sickest thing is the racing part, probably getting to watch people race. So yeah,
Watching racing is incredible because you get to see the tight racing, the crashes. You get to see your homies get through.
Yeah.
and it's not like we've
awesome.
been there for days.
Yeah,
we just
this
got
is
there.
our first day, and Jayden has this super bright idea. He's talking to this skater. Oh, we should go to a skate park. So they borrow the car with all the gear. Between heats, you want to go change your wheels and whatnot.
Have a drink.
Have a drink. Just sit in the car, check your phone. Blah blah blah. Jayden takes the Equinox. For how many hours?
I think he left at like lunchtime, which was when racing just started.
Yeah.
I think he left at 11.
Yeah,
maybe just
11.
before. And then what time did he come back? Like
5?
5 or 6. But
So according to Jayden, they took the car to go to the skate park and not watch the racing. I know, you tell me. I don't know what's going on. And we're racing you guys are racing all day. And according to Jayden, they found the skate park, had to break in because it was fenced, tried to drive back, didn't have phone service, couldn't find their way back to the hill. So they ended up coming from
Tepe Road.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
It's not hard. They ended up coming from the other side of the mountain and driving to the top of the hill. According to Jayden, like I said, he was at the top of the hill when the final heat was pushing off. So he missed every heat.
And
All the excitement.
I remember he said that he saw all the quali runs, and then as soon as the quali runs were over, he left.
which qualies are boring.
Qualies are boring because there's only one person coming down
He's
at
off
a time.
his chops, bruh.
And then the worst part was we had been down the bottom for like an hour, and he finally made his way down because he wasn't allowed to drive down.
Yeah.
He could have driven around. It's not
And then
that
he
hard.
got to the bottom, and then we're like, "Where's the car?" And then what did he have to do?
Oh my
He
god!
ran about 2.8 kilometers from the
Yeah.
bottom of the hill up. He ran because he knew we were pissed off with him.
And
Yeah. So sorry, I don't know if you made this clear. He was at the top of the hill. No one has seen the top of the hill yet. Like none of us have seen it because we haven't, because the race day was from a third of the way down.
Yeah.
So he skated down the whole hill on his park board.
Yeah.
He gets down to the last corner. He sees us. We say, dude, where's the cart?
And
He skates to the bottom, and then we're like, dude, we need the cart.
and there's a reason we needed the cart. It wasn't like, hey, we want the cart to grab water. So
Yeah.
very quickly, I want to give a massive shout out to my boy Harry, who came through with the t-shirt printing for me. Another quick shout out to Kevin Reimer for giving the thumbs up for this. But Get That Skate being the #1 clothing brand in downhill skateboarding, I just had the idea when we heard we were going to be going to Tepe to reach out to Kevin. Let's see if we can do a little collab shirt. Kevin hit me back. He said, yeah, go for it. So endless thanks to Kevin. It was obviously a pleasure for us to be there, like more than we would have ever imagined. But yeah, Harry came through with the t-shirt printing.
Dude, shout out.
Spot on.
Shout out
Yeah.
Harry.
It
Yeah.
was spot on.
Shout out Harry.
Yeah, coming through with the shirts. We ordered, a couple boxes of shirts for Tepe. And the reason why we really needed the car is because the shirts were in the car and we're seconds away from a podium. So Jayden's, happy as Larry at the bottom of the hill with his street ball. Like, we don't want the car. We need the car, bro.
Jack's made all these promises about giving shirts away.
Giving shirts to the podium, to the
having shirts to sell.
women's podium, opens podium, having shirts to sell, like they're in the top of the hill. So Jayden pushed his little heart out. God love him. He went to the top. He got the car. But yeah, I'm just gonna hold the shirt up because, and I've done this before, Dom. When we went to Hawaii in 2018, I made 2019. Sorry, I made a Get That shirt. Traditional Get That shirt, big wheel on the back and the front pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But I changed the words to say, Hawaii 2019.
Yeah.
When you went to Europe, I did it for you guys to go to Europe as well. So I was like, if I'm going to do a shirt, I want it to be special in the fact that, you can only get it if you're at that event. And I'm going to show it to you. This is it. I don't know if the camera can see it very well. Tepe and Tacos.
3-man operation.
Little one on the front. And, dude, I just want to say straight up, over that weekend, man, we've got a lot to talk about, but all the kind things people were saying. But for me, who in this very room right now that the podcast is filmed with, having these ideas of, making shirts for people to wear and, for downhill skaters to look fly all the time, going to the other side of the world and seeing like the sickest skaters, coming up to us and wanting to wear the shirts and support Get That, and then seeing them skate down the road in the shirts. It got to the point on the weekend, man, I was just fully getting emotional about it, eh?
Bro, I've never seen so many grey shirts.
Yeah.
At an event.
Yeah, there was so many great
everyone
shirts.
was in the same shirt. It lose your friend.
Losing.
You get to the top of the hill, you're like, okay, where's Dom and Jack? I want to do a run, but everyone looks like Dom and Jack because everyone's in the same freaking shirt.
For me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, it was truly incredible, man. Like everyone supporting, everyone wanting to support. And seeing all the Get That there just blew my mind, man. It was so sick.
One thing I will say, Americans are small.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
Like-
What?
Blow my mind.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, when I'm ordering shirts, right, XL's the best seller. XL and L, like it's obvious. Right, everyone there's like, do you have medium? Do you have medium?
Small.
When I order mediums over here or size small,
Oh
I
my
stopped
God.
ordering size small. Like if you're really small or a female skater, hit me up. I'll order smalls, but I stopped because they do not sell. And when we're at this event, everyone's like, "Do you have a size small? Do you have a size small? Do you have a size medium?" Oh, bro, come on.
Bro, I don't think a small would fit like over my neck.
Exactly.
Like, but
Because
yeah,
middies out.
yeah,
He's a big dog.
that was coming.
But yeah,
But,
dude,
like-
seeing all the shirts there again. Endless thanks to Harry, and check out his stuff too, because Harry
Oh
has
my
some
God, that
shirt is
amazing
sick.
art.
A new one.
Harry does a lot for it's just skateboarding in general. In terms of his art and just sharing the love of skaters from wherever he is at. Really, like he showed love to us, and we're from the other side of the world. But shout out to Harry for what he does, and I'm going to put up some pictures of his shirts now. Go and support him.
I'm waiting on mine to come.
So I can't wait.
Did we pay for shipping yet?
And if you like his stuff, if you like Harry's stuff and you like Get That, then let us know if you want us to do a collaboration, because we spoke about it. We want the people to let us know.
Oh man, this shirt, I think it's the human barrel.
The human barrel.
Oh my god, I need that now.
Such a sick.
I saw that happen.
Yes.
We'll get onto that for sure.
Get there.
I saw the live action of that.
So anyway, so Tepe, day one, race day, sick.
Done and dusted.
What was the podium?
The open podium?
Open podium.
That would have been Chase, and then it was Broms in second and Minsky in third. And Adam also made the finals in fourth.
Shout out to all those boys, man. All ripping.
Shout out to, I think it was NC Downhill, the recap video they did.
Oh yeah,
where they took angles of all the corners on the hill and a bit of voiceover and all that stuff. In the finals, Chase did a squatty.
Oh my god, I didn't even see it.
Yeah,
I was pretty.
Go into the Tepe page.
I was pretty lit.
Chase into one of the righties does a squatty, and then Broms kind of follows him and does a squatty as well.
Wow.
On freshies. So, that's kind of the level where it's getting to now. And I don't know if I like it.
I definitely don't like it.
Yeah.
It's giving me less chance to be introduced to the racing game.
I
will say also shout out to all the podiums. I'm sorry I don't know the names of everyone.
I was going to get to the women's podium. I can't really
everything.
I can't really remember the order. Who won women's?
I think
it was Ash Winecroft.
Yeah.
Alicia in second.
Yeah.
Bagels in third.
Yeah.
And Chella in fourth, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to the women. Shout out to the losers. It was, for me, it was cool to, I'm not sure, like, we met so many people at Tepe, but it was sick to meet Di as well, who is a very incredible, special person in skateboarding. She actually, she took a luge run from one of the last corners. She used to do a skateboarding newspaper back in, like, I think the 80s or even the 70s, like a long time ago. And, personally, I think what she was doing, the skateboard, magazine or newspaper that she was doing kind of inspired other magazines to pop up. So it was sick to meet Di. But let's just talk about some of the people we met at Tepe before we get to skating at day 2.
I've got a shout out list somewhere, but I don't know where it is, and I've been searching.
If I had a shout out list, it would go for like another hour.
Oh, is it that one?
Yeah.
Okay. So
we're not going to remember everyone.
This is
everyone
not
we
everyone
met.
at all.
We love you so much.
Hundreds.
So much. But there was just some riffers that we met, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to start
You
with...
haven't met any of these people before, have you?
No.
Okay.
I am going to start with everyone LBDR.
Yeah, shout out LBDR.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Because taking runs with those guys, Daniel Luna, legend, he's just announced he's having a kid, bro. So shout out to Daniel.
Shout out to D-Loons, bro. That video. Oh my God. I've watched that like
day.
I've watched that like I don't know how many times, like 5, 6,
times,
7.
Little Get That.
Shout out. Where all the boys are in it. All the boys have like one little clip in it. I was not skating with those guys more than a couple times. I'm not going to lie.
Bro, they were on some other shit. They were doing some things.
Those boys were off a perk, bro.
Yeah.
Roger, Ryan, Harry, D-Loons. Incredible people, man.
I think Oscar was getting in the mix there with them
Oscar
too.
was getting in the mix.
I think they all got bitten at one point. They all had a
all of them.
We all fell on the same corner on the second or the third day. It was a wet left. And we all binned it. Well, no,
I wasn't in your run, but I also binned it on the same corner.
We all binned it on the same corner. But who else? Give these shout outs cracking, bro. We're not going to remember everyone.
I've got Dangle.
Yeah.
Shout out Dangle for those wheels, man. Those wheels went so hard at Tepe. Unbelievably hard.
In that box, there's a set of... You just pass us one of those Dangle wheels.
Right.
Someone from the crowd.
Yeah, there they are. They're not fresh, but...
These Dangle wheels...
Wow.
If you have not tried a set, go get yourself a set.
Seriously.
Predictable, edge grip, but like slides so buttery.
Yeah.
So nice.
Beautiful wheel. And you know what? It just fills my cup up to see one of the homies' names on a wheel.
Yeah, man.
The names on the products, if there's any companies watching, and I know that they all are, putting the names on the products for people who are deserving of it, like Daniel himself, amazing.
Let's put this here like this. Let's see if that works. Bang.
Bang.
You can't see that at all, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I've got a shout out as well for Norman Plant.
Oh, dude.
Norman Plant.
So Norman's been like a legend for us here on the Central Coast for years.
For you guys
forever.
Forever.
Yeah, we've
Forever.
Shut up about him.
So it comes from Miles, right, Dom?
Yeah, it comes from Miles. Miles is
Miles Jones has been
Miles is a serial downloader of skate videos.
Yeah.
And from 2010 videos to like 2015, he's got every credible video of that era. Every single one. Like the amount of Norm videos that I have watched at Miles's house is unbelievable. And Jayden was filming me on a run and we dropped behind him.
Did he know? Or did you like stalk a drop behind him?
No, we discussed it with him, but he was doing some crazy shit, man. There was, after like the big long lefty, it's like kind of slow. I didn't realize, but he did that whole part in switch.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did the whole top section in switch, but he at least did some of it in switch. And then around the righty that everyone's crashing on, he just decides to do a 270 out of nowhere, and I'm just frothing. I am frothing, dude. I'm going down, and I'm like, don't film me. Go. Obviously, he didn't. He kept filming me, but because we were never catching Norm, bro. He is, and
he's on K3s.
Oh,
a big board,
and he's just playing.
Is it the takeover?
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
always
Comet
forget
takeover.
what that board's called.
Yeah,
the takeover.
And this is the thing I touch on all the time on this podcast is I'm not gonna cool guy any of these people that we've frothed over here in terms of watching their videos and like loving people's styles. We're not about like cool guying it. So when we got the chance, you know, having a chat to Norman, it's like, man, we just want to let you know that we've chain smoked your videos, man. And there were a few other people I was letting them know, like the Mids crew, man. It was sick to meet Ben DeSnyder, who did really well racing. He's a ripper, man. I said to him, bro, Valhalla, the videos back in the day, like we used to chain smoke them, and like it's just sick to meet these people. But there were so many, bro. Meeting Zach Taylor from Verge Skateboards, who makes Verge Skateboards, and I've got a sticker here because I really want to shout them out. It's a shiny sticker.
It's a nice sticker.
The Verge boards are beautiful, bro. But meeting the people who put in the work for things like this, for companies like Verge, is incredible. And just having conversations with people who are passionate about what we do, it's insane. But like, who did you meet?
Bro, I don't think I met any new faces, bro. I've been around for a while, so it was just good to see everyone again. As amazing it was for you guys to meet new people, it was so great to see all these homies.
Yeah, it was sick to see like Morgs and Daniel and
just everyone. Dane, like you could go on. My list could go on forever.
Well, how long had it been since the last
3 years?
3 years.
Imagine going to school with someone every day for about 3 months straight when you're on tour. And then one day you rock up and they're not there for 3 years and then you see them again. You just freak out. That's what it was like. Except you get a bit drunk and party and skate, but sounds a bit funner than school.
For me, I haven't met that many of the people that are over here because, I don't know, I didn't really meet that many people at like the Newton's events and stuff. I was just kind of trying to skate, you know. But man, shout out to Morgan because he is the G. He is like the only person really that I've like kind of met and had a conversation with like properly like at Newton's because he was hanging out with Mitty for a while. And man, to see him again was just surreal. Like, man, imagine doing that for like 100 people. I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. Like, I don't know how you were able to like handle that.
It's good social media. We all talk. We all keep in contact.
Dude, a lot of people have lots of negative things to say about social media, but when you have something as special as what we do, like this worldwide community, it's the best tool ever made because we can keep in touch with these people.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I said about seeing everybody wearing Get That over the weekend, what was special for me is like like I said it so many times, I can't remember everyone's names. I can't roll it off right now while the camera's pointing at me and we're on the spot. But there were so many people all weekend just coming up to me with just the kindest things to say about, you know, the Australians first and foremost, and how sick it was having us there and for them to meet us. But, you know, saying like the nicest things about Get That and how much they love it. And yeah, like I was saying before, I was full getting emotional about it at some stages over the weekend. People saying we love the podcast. I'm like, I wish I could do it more, but these guys won't come over. And just loving what we do. And yeah, it was so sick meeting people. And I want to give, dude, a shout out just while I'm talking about it is, I want to give a massive shout out to one of the Canadian boys, Sam Sidorchuk.
I've got that on my shout out list.
Yeah, because,
Funny
right.
bloke.
Making
I love that guy.
Making videos for me is something like I'm so lucky to be able to do and have to look back on. And I've made some of these videos that I would call like the Get That style of videos. And there's a few of them because they take a long time to, you know, collect the footage for the different times of my life. And I've had this silly thing where, you know, I'll title the video something absolutely ridiculous. And one night, Sam, the party night, and Sam comes up to me, he's like, dude, the Undertaker's theme song scares me and I'm 25 years old. It's like one of the best videos ever. And I'm there like, bro, this is someone from the other side of the world who knows a video title that shouldn't be that long of a title that I made 3 years ago.
And it's unrelated to the video, really. Like, I get that there's an Undertaker thing in it, but why do you know the name of that video? Why not?
And I looked at this
Seriously.
man and I'm like, dude. And I hugged him and he's like, he names another one. He goes, man, you know what else I love? Have fun and use cameras. It's that simple, man, damn. And I'm like, these titles are too long for you to remember and I love you so much for remembering it. So this is why I'm so grateful for all the love that Get That gets from around the world, because there's people like Sam. And Sam, I told that man, you're coming to Australia, skating with us, go and stay at Daddy's place. I'll film you, I'll take you to the zoo. Like, and that goes for everyone that we met over there.
Yeah, there's a couch everywhere you want to go.
Who else, Dom? Let's keep the shout outs flowing, bro.
Clayton Arthurs.
Yes, please.
Where? Oh no, we gotta wait.
I'll talk about that next episode.
Clayton,
Shout out to Clayton.
It's coming.
Yeah.
I've got David Boubier. We don't even need to speak.
I don't.
Actually, that's the first person I probably met for the first time.
I've said enough about David.
And it was amazing.
I've said enough about David. He's a ripper. I got a really funny clip of him skating around the podium at the end, holding a big, what should we call it? Big glass didgeridoo. Yeah. Everyone's hugging at the podium, but then you just see David in the background skating, holding. It's like this long. So
he's a menace, bro.
Shout out to David.
He's a menace.
Shout out to Rocket for giving David a pro model. Love you guys.
We love the cock.
There's a photo on @Balladom on Instagram of David right behind me on a flexi ass board.
Flexi ass board. Put some respect on that board.
I know.
David
Put
was
some
taking
respect
runs
on the board. I get it.
on a loaded dervish V1.
Yeah. And
was
that
amazing.
board has got some flex, especially when it's what?
Bro,
12 years
the
old.
trucks had some rust.
I didn't see the trucks. I'm not going to lie.
That whole board was from like 2010.
He was taking runs on that thing like the whole trip we were on. Yeah, man. Like everywhere he was going, there's just clips of him on that board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shredding.
Yeah. He's an
He's
amazing
That was the
skater.
first time I met him in person. He definitely lives up to all the hype.
Rips.
He's a
rips,
ripper.
Rips.
Absolute ripper.
Like I just said it, but shout out to Rocket for giving that man a pro model skateboard because he is incredibly deserving of it.
Can we have a round of applause from the crowd? Thanks, crowd. But yeah, I reckon we should move on to day 2. We haven't even got onto that
let's
yet.
get to day 2 because we're 45 minutes in or so, 50 minutes in. Let's get it cracking.
All right.
So, that night, very quickly, we go back to the same taco truck that we went to almost every night. Got called a boy by the lady, said I love you to her, ate the best feed of your life, bro, quesadilla.
Yep. Done.
And we're back at the Airbnb.
You go.
Okay.
You're up.
I guess it's kind of, yeah. So there's a thing called icing in the skate community. It's actually, I think, came from a college community, but the skate community loves it.
Yeah.
Anyway, ices in Australia are about what, $6-7 a pop,
Yeah.
and we only get the small ones. So
Smirnoff Ice.
Smirnoff Ice. So it's sugary
Shout
drink.
out Smirnoff.
Basically, you hide them
Sponsor the pod.
anywhere. That'd be lovely.
Don't shout out Smirnoff. Take it back.
You hide them anywhere in the room or car or wherever, toilet. And if someone finds them, they have to get on one knee and scull it.
The whole thing.
The whole thing in one go.
They have to neck it.
Neck it.
I don't know what the term is.
The greatest thing about being in America is that they have 1 liter ones. So it's a 1 liter ice, which I think it's like 4 or 5 standard drinks.
So what do we call those?
We call them a metric bat.
That's what
so
they're called.
You get battered, basically. I've been waiting years,
Yeah.
literal years to do this again because it's so fun watching someone get one. You know,
3.
not fun for them, but it's great.
And
3 years you've been waiting.
3 years I've been waiting for this.
And Mitchell Thompson, who was the victim of this ice?
Well, there could only be one real victim.
Yeah.
Because it was ideal timing, but it was Jules, and he was having a lovely shower. Shout out Jules.
He had 2 showers that night, bro.
He had 2 showers. He had
Suspicious.
2 bowls of oatmeal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man of twos. He walked out of that shower. We put it in front of the door as he exited.
He stepped over it.
I don't
bro.
know. Bro,
he didn't see it.
He's a
Yeah.
Jedi, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because he maneuvered without kicking that thing over.
It's like when you see the videos of cats not knocking things over.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
like that.
But he wasn't even looking. He didn't even know.
No.
And then it took about 2 minutes of us joking about it and everything for him to finally turn around and see it. And then the depression set in of having to scull this 1
He
liter
was
bat.
not happy.
No,
eh?
not happy at all.
He was insta drunk.
Yeah.
Oh
straight
yeah.
away.
Oh
He
yeah.
was-
Yeah, he started talking about females and everything.
Bro, he opened up. I think about a day would keep the doctor away.
Yeah,
you know?
mate.
But, so that was a fun time, but we pretty much passed out after that, didn't we?
Yeah,
Like,
because we had a big day,
bro,
man.
we were buggered.
Yeah.
Huge day.
I think people partied that night, but we were just
Yeah.
like, no.
So go to sleep. We were having a cuddle. Wake
I
up
was
the
having a
next
cuddle with
morning.
Jayden.
We kind of had a little bit of a sleep in the next day.
Yeah,
eh?
we did. We had to, man.
Yeah,
we had
'cause-
to. It was flat out that whole time.
Flat out. But yeah, we get in the car, get to the hill, and this is because I didn't take a run on the race day because I wasn't racing. So
Oh, sorry. Shout out Diego. Diego stayed
Oh.
over. I don't know how
That's
we
right.
missed Diego.
No, we're not missing
I
Diego.
don't-
We'll
I
be
don't-
talking about Diego.
I don't think we missed him. I think it was more he was part of the crew.
Yeah,
He became part of the
Yeah,
Tepe
he was
group.
a part of
Tepe,
the
he was
crew.
part of the crew.
He said stuff camping. It's too cold, and he doesn't have a tent.
Yep.
So he would come like
Good
live
idea.
like a civilized human and not freeze to death.
Guess what? There was frost on everyone's shit
Yeah,
in the
that
mornings.
morning.
So
Yeah,
Yeah, if you camped at Tepe, let us know in the comments if you froze your.
toes off,
Yeah, I was gonna say something else.
fingers.
But yeah, so dude, we get to the hill the next day. I hadn't taken a run yet, so I'm, and you know what I'm like, man. I get a little bit
Right.
nervous when I'm skating new
He's
stuff.
freaking out.
fair enough.
I was freaking out,
Low-key.
bro. Get to the top, spine protector on, helmet on. Let's get it.
Didn't talk to anyone. He was at the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah,
like,
there's no
this is it.
talking.
I was just, I get a bit scared, right? First run, and we're at the top, not the race top, like we're halfway or whatever. We're at the
Tippy
top.
top. Yeah.
And well, how many skaters were there? 280 skaters.
Yeah.
I
Something
think
stupid.
riders-
I think Kevin told the county there was 200, but he definitely blew it out to like 250, 60.
Yeah, there was 200.
200.
There was 200
200
on the
yeah.
dot, not
Yeah.
one
Kevin
person
had
over.
200, no more people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He meant 260, like with spectators.
Yeah, spectators,
Yeah,
volunteers,
yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Anyway, so I'm at the top. I'm letting all the fast guys drop, and I'm there just shaking. And I do this at the smallest hill if it's the first time. I'm just anxious. All right, bear with me. And I drop, and I'm telling you, bro, I just like it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Some of the sections of the hill, and not even ones like they are obviously worth talking about, but it's not like a major left or a major
like a
right where
joining
you got to
corner.
drift. You're just up one wall, boom, up the next one, boom,
It's a
coming
pump track.
around. It's so fun, Kevin.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for putting this event on because after one run, I was hooked, I was juiced,
you
I
were
was ready.
flying, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is about Jack, he dropped at the back all nervous, like, I don't want to get taken out. I don't want to crash, blah, blah, blah. You drop at the back, man, you got a death wish straight up.
Yeah,
You're
right.
dodging some
You
human
got a
landmines.
death wish. The back
should've
50% of the Tepe riders,
Bro, they're having a good time.
they're having
having
an
a great
amazing time. Everyone's having a great time. But if you're
But
like,
sometimes they do 180s.
yeah, if you're just steaming through, trying to like roller coaster it, not really sliding, just steaming through, man, you're gonna get into some action,
Some situations.
some situations for sure, man.
But hey, first run, I think I come off on the last right, trying to do a toe side. Hadn't done a big toe side in a little while.
Yeah.
Come off, bit dusty. Had to get that protective equipment on. The grey
Saved your
Tepe
life.
shirt. Get to the bottom and I'm just hooked, man. And I was just so happy and getting back on those trucks. You know, whether you're in the U-Haul or the big open one, which is pretty scary when you're standing in the middle lane.
Yeah,
like, I'm just
that
gonna
one's
say it.
yeah.
But get to the top and then it was on like all day. I was so happy to be taking runs with you guys.
Yeah.
I fully should have prepared. Like we haven't been preparing for these podcasts, but
No.
I don't have the words to explain how fun that hill was for me.
Yeah, man. It was
Considering it's unlike anything we have here, and there's, you know, you're banking so much on these corners on the camber and everything, and you're just going from left to right. Man.
It really says something that some of the best skaters in the world skated it for 4 days straight.
Yeah.
That
And
says
didn't
something.
get tired
Oh,
of it.
bro,
Yeah.
because you always hear, I'm not going to skate
This-
K for 5. Shut
That's
up.
me.
Yeah.
Explain to me, this is my pet peeve, right? Explain to me how you somehow bitter at a closed road with your friends, no cars, and there's corners.
Look, we don't need to get into it.
Yeah, I'm not getting into it.
Anyway, day
Another
two continues. Day two continues.
And
I'm
you know-
filming Jayden. Jayden's had a couple of falls on the GoPro. It's pretty good. We're having a good time. Jayden's pushing it hard
He's
on
bulling, bro.
88 Wheel Co. and Pantheon,
Yes.
who are his sponsors.
Shout out.
He is pushing hard on those, and we're in the middle of the hill, just about to come up to that righty that everyone's crashing on. Like not the top righty that everyone's crashing on, the bottom one that's like deceiving. We're coming up to that. We've been talking to this homie Christian all day. Shout out Christian Sanders, man. All day. We've been talking to him, and
Wait, Chris Anders.
Christian Sanders.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Different
yeah,
guy.
sorry, yeah.
We've been talking to him all day, man, and he's having a good time. And me and Jayden are just steaming in, and we see him, and he's like, "Yeah, Jayden,
Yes.
yeah, get that, let's go."
Yeah.
And then so he gets in our draft, and then pops out in front of us, and just washes out so hard into the corner, and he's just like, "Yeah!" And it was just so sick to see
Love
someone
that.
so stoked, and I think he got worked on that corner, and he was so stoked because he was just seeing everyone out having fun. Get that, you know how it is.
And shout out to the EMTs and the the ambulance just patching us all up.
Jaden
You-
spent a lot of time there.
Me?
No, Jaden.
Oh, Jayden did.
Jaden. Actually,
Yeah,
Dom
bro.
spent
I
about
spent-
4 runs straight there.
Tell us about your big little, not the
we-
one involving another person.
Ooh.
We'll get to that. Let's talk about the one with the Ollie. 'Cause you got
Oh, I
pumped, bro.
forgot about that. Yeah, I think that's because of the concussion I got.
Yeah.
So I think this might be day 3. So we'll move on to day 3. We'll swiftly do that. That's up top right hand side. of the
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
I think
the
this is.
crowd's just holding the sign up for us.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
well, I'm trying to see what the crowd's trying to say.
So
to us.
I'm Zach, Scoot, and I.
Yes.
Very good.
We're doing a rundown. We dropped at the front, and then like we wanted to pull off so we could get some like footage, just watch people come through basically. So we do that. We drop at the front. Everyone's coming through. Yeah. This is sick. And then we're last, so we drop behind them. And then we're all just doing funny shit. We're like halfway down the hill. We're kind of in this section. If you're at Tepe, you know the section just after the lefty. The pavement kind of isn't really solid. Like it kind of
It's
everywhere.
not super bad, but
It's not bad,
real
but in the
good.
middle of the road,
fluid.
Yeah.
It moves.
So basically, everyone's just doing funny stuff, and then I like push off. I got a full face on. This is what we forgot to mention. Me and Mitty and I.
Yes.
We messed up. Man,
We
didn't
messed up, man.
Well,
we
like,
should have brought a half shell.
My half shells clapped. I needed to
But-
get a new one. We were going to buy new ones,
We were.
but we were too flat chat skating that we forgot to get one.
So
So
if I had a half
yeah.
shell on, who knows if I'd be here today? No, I would be, but I would probably be a different person. So I'm dropping behind the boys. This Get That Madrid board that's going to pop up on screen right now. This thing, it's got a flat diamond tail, but it is functional as like
You hear
It
that?
is so functional.
You hear that, people?
It is so functional. It's not even funny. So I've been popping ollies all day, like quick.
And you were loving it
And I was
too.
loving it, bro. So I pop an ollie. I'm in the air. Well, I think I'm in the air. Zach looks back. My wheel goes into a hole, I believe. Into a hole in the pavement. And I just smacked the ground so hard.
Went ass over tip, mate.
Yeah, I went arse over tip. I hit my head so hard. Shout out to my helmet for not killing me.
8-year-old helmet or so.
It's probably 8 to 10-year-old Predator. First crash in it.
Your helmet's a 90s baby.
So I crashed. Zach and Scoot come sprinting up the hill.
Yeah.
Because they
saw it happen.
They saw it happen. They were looking back because we were all just like doing just
Cruising.
fun stuff. We were cruising. So I hit the ground so hard and they fully like thought that I was just not going to get up,
Yeah.
Like the way that Zach described it to me, like I couldn't repeat what he said.
You were wearing Get That, right?
I was wearing Get That,
So you
Tepe
got
and
up.
tacos. I was wearing Get That covered Predator helmet. I was all good. I probably got like a mild concussion, but I skated for the rest of the day. You know how it is. It's all good. I sat like 2 runs out and I got back on the horse and started again.
Very quickly, bro.
I forgot about that crash.
The event
just
is
then.
called Tepe because of the road name and tacos because of why. What did you do when you had 2 runs off?
I ate tacos only at one dish.
Dude, Kevin he's a
Yeah. So shout out
He's
to
a
Kevin
thinker.
because we don't eat.
when we're on a skate.
When we're on a
trip.
skate trip, you just don't eat. You eat like
A banana.
a banana for breakfast and then a taco at one single small taco at night. But shout out to Kevin for having the smart idea of at Tepe and tacos having tacos for lunch. Now Jib and Rib having ribs for lunch.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
coming.
But you
God.
know the best part?
What?
They're free.
They're free.
They're included in the red
in the
Joe.
Yeah.
Rego. So we're eating every day. We're stopping at lunchtime for 3 tacos, side of beans, side of rice. Let's get it cracking.
Yeah.
Incredible. So when you had a couple heats off, you were hitting the taco truck
Yeah, hitting the taco truck for sure.
and you liked them.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Did
man.
you try a variety of hot sauce like I did?
I tried a couple. There was some crazy ones.
Just
Like
like the hot wings you tried.
I liked all of them. They were all so good, but I didn't have enough tacos to try the 9 to 10 different hot sauces.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it was
all
awesome.
the people working in the taco truck. Shout out to them because they fed 280 people.
Yeah, and we're not
Say?
easy.
200.
Yeah, 200 on the
200
dot.
people.
200.
Yeah.
And we're not easy people to deal with.
Yeah. No.
Like listening to us talk is not fun.
It's scat.
But then,
Yeah,
so you have a couple
if
heats.
you're not involved in skateboarding.
You have a couple heats off, and we continued taking runs all day. And then Dom, you decide to, like, I'm not in front of the lens a lot, and I was like, I don't want to. I'm having some really comfortable runs. I'm getting down safe. I'm like pushing it a bit. I really want. I would love if someone could film me with the GoPro. Doesn't happen often. And you were nice enough, Dom, to chuck the GoPro on.
Yeah.
So we're taking a run, and I love skate with new people. I love skating with people from overseas and friends of yours, but there's nothing like skating with the boys you're always with,
Yeah, man.
or the people you're always with, so to say.
Yeah.
In our case, the boys that
Sick.
always with. And yeah, what was that like taking runs when I'd become real comfortable with the hill and start pushing it?
Yeah, especially day 3 before
Nothing happened.
before anything happened. Day 3, I don't know. I filmed like 3 or 4 runs with you for sure, and all the boys are just hanging out, except for Jayden, because Jayden was having a good time on a board that is right in front of us.
The Comet Cruiser.
He was taking runs on that all day, like mobbing, but
Mobbing
not with
on
us.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, taking runs with the boys was so sick, and like filming Jack, like getting close. So basically, Jack Main, you guys will all know, you don't see him do stand up slides.
He's not known for his stand up.
Don't do standies.
So I'm filming
Don't
him,
have
man.
time for that. Don't have enough time for it.
He's
So
too cool for it.
I'm filming this guy, and I hadn't taken a run with him yet, and I'm filming it. So like a day, like one of your best mates, you're not taking a run with, because I thought that you were just chilling.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, Jack, I'll film you for sure, dude. So we drop in,
Thinking we're going to be boner running it the whole time.
thinking I'm just gonna be standing up chilling, And Jack just starts going. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do here? I have not been this fast down this hill because I'm just doing like little checks in between people, you know.
Yeah.
And Jack is balling through.
Jack ain't got time for checks.
No, Jack ain't got time. We're overtaking person after person after person. Everyone we're overtaking. And then we get down like halfway down the hill. I don't know. We're going like 50 kilometers an hour. So I don't know how much that is in miles. I don't really care because that system is irrelevant to me.
Yeah.
15 cheeseburgers.
Yeah, 15 cheeseburgers to a gallon.
Yeah.
We're going about 50 kilometers an hour, and Jack just starts whipping out stand-up slides, man.
I don't know.
Like,
Did you know
what
you were
is he
doing them?
doing?
I was off a perk 30.
Did
bro.
you like?
What
Did
is he
your body
doing?
realize what was
Nah,
happening?
dude, I was just like, obviously, because I get like nervous at all these new hills we go to, and it's not a beginner-friendly hill. It's not it's not Vulcan.
Yeah.
But you know, first run I was
You can get it wrong.
I was a bit anxious, but as the weekend went on, I'm just like, dude, think this is a special thing about skating, man. I'm on the other side of the world with my boys from home. I'm with all these other awesome people I've just met. I'm with people that I've known for years. Shout out Chris Anders, David Bubier, all the people that were there. And I'm just like, dude, I'm here on the other side of the world. Let's just have some fun. Let's push it. Because I am someone who likes to just cruise a lot. And I'm just like, dude, I'm here. And I don't know where the standee come from, bro. I think, I don't know, bro. Maybe because everyone else was doing it. I was like, yeah, mate, let's have a crack.
He's not giving himself credit. The whole lead up to this America trip, he was doing standees at our local hills.
Oh, was he?
He was
I didn't
doing
even know that.
only one or two. Like he was doing
At
one
50?
every run. Not
Not
at
at
50,
50,
not
bro.
even close. Like
Nah.
like
15?
slow. Like you could walk off the board slow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
my God, being behind him, and I'm trying to keep up because I'm a lot smaller guy than Jack is. So for me, trying to keep up and do slides and stuff is kind of difficult.
I'm a big boy.
Especially when I don't know what he's going to do because I haven't seen him skate the hill that much. And just for me to be in full tuck, just trying to steam up his ass,
Yeah.
up his buttocks before the like some of the corners. And for you to just do standees was just such a shock to the system. And I feel like in the GoPro video, I'm just going,
Well, nah,
what do I do right
I remember
now?
doing the standee and then thinking, what did I just do, bro? I turn around, you're going, yeah! And I was like, hell yeah, I'm making my friends happy right now. That's what
Dude,
life's about.
that was where I think the most stoke of that weekend came from.
It was so sick.
Oh
And
my
just
God.
that whole run, well, every run that we took together, not just Dom, but you as well. When you're with your homies, man, you just get this confidence. You're like, no, I'm gonna push it, man. And
Yeah.
I was taking some amazing, and they're like, I've skated a lot of different places, different events, but Tepe's up there with like some of the funnest runs I've had with friends. I'm not talking about funnest runs as in I nailed every corner, dude. I went so quick. I'm just like, I was having fun with my friends, and
You're
that's
coming
what,
out of corners laughing.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what Tepe is all
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
And again, without Kevin,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have that, man.
It's a perfect road because you can skate so close.
Yep.
But then it's a dangerous road because you can skate so
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
It gets
And
a bit hairy.
shout out to everyone who had an accident on the week on
Yeah.
that weekend. I even saw shout out to my boy Bob Moore. Come off on the straight. I don't know what happened,
Yeah,
but I was
2 or
zooming
3
past-
times.
It happened a couple times.
times.
Yeah, in the
And-
same spot.
And
yeah.
I'd pass him every time, and he's there just like screaming at his board. And I'm like, dude, love you, bro.
He was having a meltdown.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That I will say also in D-Loon's video, that clip of Tony coming off on the corner. That is it's
Tony. Was
he-
it Tony or Jersh that got like fully broke? I think it was Jersh got broke
I
off.
don't know.
Hit his shoulder. Did his
Oh,
shoulder
that
or
was
something?
Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin as well. No, Josh as well. I
Josh did
think.
shot.
Yeah,
Oh, he did
yeah,
it
yeah.
racing him or something.
Yeah,
maybe.
shout out to
Yeah.
Kevin too. He was stoking me out.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, we went to the campsite that night. didn't
Yeah, we did go to the
day 3?
campsite.
because everyone was talking about the party. So we're like, okay,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go see
So
the party.
we missed the race.
We're about
party
half an
night,
hour away.
yeah.
So for us to get to the party and stuff, it's a bit of a mission. If we were tired, we were just kind of like,
Oh, so,
Yeah.
the end of day 3, we got in the car, went back, had a shower.
Yeah, that was
got
the
ourselves ready.
Saturday night.
had
and
a
went
feed.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
went back.
Oh, where do we get a feed that night?
I think that night we went to the brewery.
Yeah, we went to the brewery.
Oh, that was the brewery.
That was the
night?
brewery
Yeah.
night.
Okay.
Shout out to the owner. The owner's
The
G.
owner. Oh yeah, so we all I think there was 10 to 12 of us.
Yeah.
All got a round for free.
Couple rounds. I
Couple
think.
rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to sponsor the event next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wants to sponsor the
He wants
podcast.
to sponsor every event in the world. He loves downhill skateboarding. The idea of downhill skateboarding that
How
much.
can you not, bro? Look
Yeah.
at us.
Yeah, exactly. And we're bringing like like money into that community. Like,
Yeah, like
where's that?
200 skaters,
Yeah, man. That's a lot of people to just come into that community and just go, like, click of a
Yeah.
finger, just spend money.
Yeah.
You know?
What was I remember trying to go to the party and you guys all had drinks
Yep.
because you drink alcohol, and then I'm over here the non-alcohol drinker, and I'm like, I was set. I wanted a Liquid Death. So shout out to Liquid Death.
Shout out to Liquid Death, sponsor the podcast.
All it is the best sparkling or canned water,
Or alternatively,
natural spring water in the world.
Come
and I
to
couldn't
Australia.
find one.
yeah,
Couldn't find one at
Yeah,
like
we went
four.
to like 4 servos.
Yeah.
Couldn't find one. So
4
Liquid
gas
Death,
stations.
just start sending the boxes here, all right?
Yeah. This is where we need
You
them.
were pissed. You were pissed
I was
off by the
angry,
end.
bro,
You were
because
like-
everyone gets to drink what they want to drink, and I'm over here like, all
What'd
I
you
want is
have?
a nice soda water. Bro, I got a goddamn Sprite.
Oh.
I felt like Future.
Jayden's going to hate you for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we get to the campsite
What time do you reckon we got there?
probably just before sunset, so like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, around 8.
Yeah.
8:30
Get out,
maybe.
just very quickly before you keep going, get out of the car. And I had a great conversation with another person I got to give the flowers to, was Brian Peck, OG Skate House media member. I was having great conversations with him as soon as we got there. And yeah, it was sick to meet more people. That's what skating's all about. Meet all these people who've done great things. Keep going.
Yeah, so we get out of the car. We've all got the white claws because that, as that TikTok thing says, there
No
ain't
law
no
when
law
you're-
when you're on the claw.
And they're cheap. Over
And
here, they're
cheap.
like,
and they taste good.
Yeah.
They taste like here. They taste like.
no, because you can have the fake
I
stuff. over
love
there.
MSG, bro.
Yeah.
I'm having withdrawals right
Everything
now.
that's bad for you, you can
Yeah.
have over in America.
Oh yeah.
It
So we
tastes
get out of the
good.
car and people are climbing the hill behind the
Oh
campsite.
yeah, I saw you guys do that. And, I was
And
like, oh,
Julian's off a perk 30, bro. He's not, but he is.
He was hanging off
And
the
he's-
side
and-
of some people.
And,
eh?
and he's just like, man, I'm gonna roll down this whole hill. So I'm like, hell yeah, bro, do it. I'm gonna get a raw run. So I'm filming Jules, man, and he is going.
You mean roll his body?
Yeah.
Yes.
He is going, man. He's going tumbling over like crazy, like going fast. And I'm like, shit, I gotta follow him. I told him I'm doing a raw run, so I have my phone out and I'm following him. And like I see him kind of like shift, like his whole body like shifts, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like something's happening, but I'm like, I gotta keep up with him. Turns out he landed in a bit of a hole, and I was running behind him, and I just hit this hole and just went. I did a backflip.
Oh, you went arsehole.
I did a backflip,
Again.
but running. I did a backflip, but running forwards.
Hasn't
So
your
like
body
a full
had enough?
banana skin moment.
you did
Yeah.
a gainer.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Hadn't
man.
your body had enough?
My
mate?
body hadn't had enough by that point, no. But yeah, that party was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if Mitty had his music on,
Yeah.
then it
I
would be
reckon
another.
Mitty loves his, what genre is it?
It's kind of like hard style,
Hard
EDM,
style,
like
like
gym music.
yeah,
kinda.
gym. I go to the gym now, so I
Yeah.
gotta start listening to it.
Yeah, I
But
can
I
do
reckon Mitty should have been on the aux cord that night, bro.
100%.
Because we went up to the back part. There were
Yeah.
kind of like all these sections of the campsite that people were partying at. There was like where we first were. Then there was like this tent kind of area. It wasn't popping too much. Then there was right at the back. And of course,
That's where
you know,
TikTok kids were.
that's where Haz was, all the real boys.
Has in the TikTok kids.
And it was popping off up there. And I'm not going to show the whole video, but I got that video of Julian.
Yeah, Julian
was-
is-
Shout out to I love Jules, bro.
Shout out, Jules.
Like, he was off his choppers and I'm filming him. I'm just saying, yeah, say something to the camera, blah, blah, blah. Him and Jayden are cuddling on the ground thinking I'm taking a photo, but I was filming, which is always the pinnacle of humor.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Broms comes over and he needs to go to the toilet, and he went to the toilet on Julian's leg. So
Shout out Broms
and then,
for pissing on Julian's leg.
Dane entered the video and had some nice things to say to all the people viewing. So yeah, it was so much fun, man.
Scoot pulled me into a tent at one point.
Scoot
and
was
just-
in the
Yeah,
tent the whole
Scoot-
night, bro.
Scoot was off a perk
that
as
tent
well.
that tent behind where the party was happening, that was that was weird, man. That was like full deja vu. I feel like at every party when you're 16, there's a tent.
Yeah.
And it's behind where everyone's dancing on the grass, and that was exactly the same.
Well, the music was really loud, and you know when the music's really loud, like when you're driving, you can't see, and you want it to turn down.
Yeah.
So I couldn't. I looked in the tent, and the music was so loud that I couldn't see. But I saw Scott. Scott was in there.
He's getting old.
Scott was in there. I don't know what he was holding, but he was like this.
Yeah, okay.
And
yeah, that's weird.
and I was like, "What are you holding,
I think
man?"
he brings his jazz instrument.
Yeah, is
like
it-
his
is it-
saxophone.
Right.
or
Is it a
something.
saxophone?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
say this is what he was holding.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like near his mouth,
Yeah.
and he was like this, and I'm like, "What is that?" But I couldn't see in
He's
the
going.
tent.
Yeah,
So
he's
I don't know what it was.
But
yeah.
It's usually a saxophone.
Yeah.
Or a flute or something. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah,
Scott
some kind
stayed.
of
Scott
woodwind.
stayed in the tent all night. I don't
Yeah.
think he came out.
No, he did eventually. I tried to drag him out.
Right.
And for a 50-kilo human, he threw me around pretty quickly.
Yeah,
right.
he is a certified tough boop.
Yeah.
Dude, I just remembered. I'm remembering things, even though I wasn't drunk like you guys. But I remember, like, it was nearly time to go. You know, I'm driving us back again that day, and I round you guys. I'm trying to round you guys up, but I couldn't find Jayden, and I knew Jayden. For some weird reason, bro, Jayden went to Walmart and bought like an art smock. Like this weird, I don't know. I'm like,
That's mine.
I'll
That's
see.
mine.
Oh, it's yours?
That's mine.
I was
It's
like-
a raincoat.
Oh, it's a raincoat. Whatever. And I was like, I know where I'll see Jayden and then I'll be able to round him up as well. At the bottom of Tepe, there's like the bottom of the road, and no one should. Well, you're not bulling down there. You shut down way further up, but there's like all these portaloos at the side. And I'm walking by myself. It's like 1:30 or 2 in the morning. I'm walking by myself because I want to go to the car and grab a drink or something. And there's not a sound. It's all in the valley behind me. And then one of the doors of the portaloo opens. And it was Tess walked out. And she goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I went, "Oh, what's up, Tess? What's going on?" Having a chat with her. It was like, I was never a big Pokemon fan, but the best way I can explain it was there's this Pokemon named Diglett, and Diglett just comes out of the ground. Because I'm standing there talking to Tess. I'm like, "Oh, what's going on, Tess?" Boom, out of the ground, Julian just appears, goes, "What are you guys doing?" Bro, you tell me, bro.
Oh, man.
So that gave me a fright. Gave Tess a fright. But yeah, it was.
bro.
And then I went to the car, got like another Sprite,
Mm.
and then went back to the top party where everyone was at, and bro, everyone was having a good time.
Yeah,
man.
we were having a good time. But everyone there, you can tell, everyone's so tired.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
no one wants to be there, but no one wants to leave the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
What
everyone.
about me trying to get used to go? I was
We were like, oh.
Rich.
Yeah, I was just standing there talking to
Jack said to me about 10 times, "Dom, yeah, we're going. I was like, yeah, man, let's round everyone up. And then I'd like take 10 steps away from him and try and avoid the roundup.
You dog.
Yeah, but yeah, that was really fun. Like just seeing everyone hanging out together, having chats, talking shit.
Yeah, bro.
You're just drinking and talking shit, and a lot of the people there had been drinking since 6 a.m.
And that's like, you have so much fun at these events, you just don't want them to end. Because there's not enough time to talk to everyone that you want to talk to. And like the party night, you're trying to have a talk to someone, then you got some drunk dickhead coming out.
Oh yeah,
And you're
like,
like-
yeah, exactly. Jayden was hanging off some people that night, but
Jayden was off a perk 30,
yeah,
bro.
we need to move because
He was on
we're
that
running out
good
of time.
cushion alcohol.
Yeah, he was.
All right, so we drove home from that party. I drove home. You guys was
Yeah, we were zooted. We were
I was
having,
playing bangers, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Mitty.
Yeah.
Mitty has the bangers. If
He
you
was
don't
in the
know,
car. He had the bangers, but his neck.
he's
We there
playing
yet?
hardstyle, and you can't sleep to hardstyle, and Mitty's neck is doing those movements.
It's my new dance.
But yeah, if you need a DJ, hit up at Mitch.
No one believes
underscore
me, man. No one takes me
Thompson.
seriously. I'm
He's
like,
got
give it
the-
the all.
What's your
Bangers,
Instagram?
bro.
What's your Instagram plug?
Mitch Thompson.
Mitch
Well,
Thompson. No
I reckon-
underscores.
Oh, 3 underscores.
Mitch Thompson 3 underscores after.
In
Nah,
the middle.
underscore.
Oh,
Underscore Mitch underscore Thompson underscore.
oh,
Is
give
that
me a
it?
break, lad.
Yeah.
Change that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think
Shit
the
eater
only-
666.
the only thing Mitty needs to add to his musical repertoire to DJ at the highest level is more Young Thug.
Hey, it's coming in.
It's coming.
Yeah,
it is coming.
There's a bit more
so-
coming in.
All right, let me say this, just like it's on topic, but it's relating to the whole trip. So, like, you've traveled the world a bit, Mitty.
Yep.
And you somehow got into our car. Thre, let's pretend Jayden's here. He's not because he's got a sore belly.
He's just here.
But thre absolute just idiots, man. Idiots.
Toasties.
And we love Young Thug. What were your thoughts coming into the trip? Were you a bit worried?
Well, I was given.
Has to be.
It was bad when I was given homework about 2 weeks out.
What do you mean? Explain.
So, about 2 weeks out, the boys put me in a group chat and they're like, okay, you're in our car, yada yada. There's only one condition. You must know every lyric on Young Thug's Thugger Girls album.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one. Shout out Thugger Girls.
I did give a playthrough one time and half of it I was like, oh, Jesus, fuck.
It's the best album in the entire history of ever.
It is the best crossover of country and rap ever, and Mitch would know that because he likes country and rap.
Oh, who was the country? Oh, we'll talk about later.
But not going to lie, it did grow on me.
Yeah.
But, like, boys, you need to, like...
Nah.
Jesus. Nah.
I don't want to hear it.
Nah.
Nah.
No, we don't.
Nah. Anyway, that was my homework. I failed the homework.
Yeah, you did fail the homework.
But aside from music, like, traveling with us, it sucked, though. Just say yeah.
It was good fun, but fuck, boys. Like, oh my God.
Could you do 3 months? No, 2 months. How long's Euro?
Yeah, 2 months. That'd be painful. No, it wasn't that bad.
He could do 2 months.
It wasn't that bad.
He misses us.
The first, like, 3 days, I was like, okay, this is what I'm in for. It's a bunch of shit talk. It's a bunch of banter. And these boys just, like, once they find a joke, you hold on to it.
Yeah,
it's the same joke for 2 weeks. And not gonna lie, it was funny, but at some point,
Need a break, bro. You need a break. I remember, and we're not going to talk about Maryhill now, but when we got to Maryhill, I was like, are you going to be in the double with me? And you're like, is that bed free? I'm like, yeah. You go, I'm going in that bed. I needed to get away. But bro, so.
Okay.
All right, day 4, Tepe and tacos. This is the last day. K Rhymes did a run.
Eventually.
Yeah,
he was like Jack. He had to work up to it.
Yeah.
He was a bit scared.
Dude, again.
Styling.
One of the best events I've ever been to. There was an incredible amount of volunteers.
Oh, endless.
People, they had that hill on lock. There were people on every kink and corner.
And if someone had to go to the bathroom, someone covered them straight away.
Someone covered them.
That was where I met Clayton on one of the corners. And yeah, we just had a chat for like 15 minutes, man. Like,
what were you doing there? Did you crash there? Probably.
No, I was getting clips and I was waiting for the boys to come through. I was waiting for Jack and Jayden to come through and they came steaming through and I couldn't even catch them.
That I never get to see because you never filmed me. Is that
yeah, I filmed a whole run of MIDI.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't as good as Zach's, but it's all right. Anyway, yeah, so K-Rams did a run. He is styling down that hill.
Yeah.
He does not give up. Lad.
But he's busy all weekend.
Yeah.
He was flat chat.
He was whipping up the road in his car.
In the car, but then like at one point he's like, oh, Zach, do you want to rest? And hopped in and drove the truck. He was doing everything. He was dropping water off.
Jack of all trades.
He was
and the volunteers are getting feeds all day. Delivered. They're getting water all day. And massive shout out to obviously Kevin Reimer, who, would have pulled the strings, but Skate One, Pal Peralta.
Yep.
Throwing down product for all of the volunteers, which
huge.
Huge.
Because nothing that stokes skaters out more than getting free gear.
And when you're getting it from Pal Peralta.
It's the best. It's some of the best in the game.
Exactly.
Like the history behind Pal Peralta is
and they weren't just getting
unbelievable.
Like they were getting mini Byrons.
Mini Byrons and
hard
these
to come
wheels
by. And snakes, which are in high demand.
Yep.
Like he wasn't just giving away, shitty shit.
But it was really good to see after all the hard work. Because everyone saw it right in front of him. Kevin was working that weekend, bro. And it was good to see him take a run.
But he still had the time of day to talk to us. He still had the time of day. Like, it's crazy the amount of pressure that's on an event organizer and to still talk to Australians, man. Like, why would you want to talk to us?
Max Heaton at Yarra?
Yeah, man.
Don't fucking talk to me.
Don't talk to me.
Max,
shut up.
Max, you're doing it wrong, man. I'm sorry.
Go talk to Kevin.
Kevin had conversations with us while
Kevin
organising 200 on the dot.
No more than 200
No more than 200
exactly
skaters.
200. But yeah, that was amazing to see Kev take a run because he's coming back from that knee injury and he killed it.
Yeah.
Made it down the hill, didn't crash. Had a
Who
great
killed
time.
Kevin at Tuna?
That's what I was about to say.
I think there's a 60 Minutes doco coming out soon. about
Hopefully,
that.
yeah. We need it.
We need answers.
But fourth day being the final day, right?
Fourth day being the final day.
Big day.
So, and like for myself, it was like I'm already having so much fun at this event. And like I said, you don't want it to end. You don't want an event that's that fun to end.
Yeah.
I've been at some races where the roads are gnarly and you're happy you've been there, you've got a time down or you've got a few good heats and you're just like, yeah, when this ends, it's sweet. Tepe, I did not want to end, bro.
You don't want it to end.
So like I explained on when we were taking runs on day 3, I'm with my friends. By the fourth day, I've met so many awesome new people that I'm not bothered if I drop without you guys. I'm dropping with all these new people that I've met. And it's just like, I think I took every single run that day, but one for lunch.
Yeah.
And yeah, what about you guys? What was the last day like for you?
Yeah. Mitty, you go.
Well, I don't know. You didn't really see me much on the last day.
No,
I think we did one run together.
Yeah.
And it was your guys' demise.
Yeah.
We'll touch on. But like, I was just doing runs with all the people. I was like, last day, I want to skate with everyone. So I skated with like Oscar, Roger, and Dane. And
I took lots of good runs with RP.
Yeah.
I took my bonus run with RP and Jacob, J-Lam.
Yep.
Speak about that bonus run.
Bro, amazing. It was by far the chillest run I took.
Yep.
J-Lam's out there on a land yacht's like pintail cruiser thing.
It's called the Dipper.
The Dipper, is that? Is it? Cool.
Is it the Dipper or the Big Dipper?
Nah.
A Big Dipper?
He had the Big Dipper.
Yeah, he was on a massive board.
Yeah.
And
crazy that I know a board
just
name.
following him down, like J-Lamb's, like amazing.
And
that was my bonus run.
While we talk quickly, when we talk about J-Lam, what the hell is that guy? I don't have the words for it, bro. His photos from that event, woo!
Yeah, bro.
Oh man, they're amazing, bro. You got some bangers, Mitty. God damn.
Everyone got
I got
bangers,
some bangers.
Everyone got bangers.
Yeah.
He didn't miss. He don't miss.
He don't miss, man. So go to jacoblambert.com if you haven't yet to go check out the photos from Tepe.
He does prints as well.
He does prints. Support the photographers. Honestly, if you took a sick photo of you, get in touch with him, flick him some money, buy a print, doesn't matter, buy him a beer next time you see him. But Jacob Lambert is one of, from my perspective, he's an OG. He's one of the legends in downhill skateboard photography, if not the best.
Path away, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, done some incredible work over the years for land yachts, and he's I've got a lot of respect for Jacob.
Yeah.
So thanks for pointing the camera at the Get That crew and everyone else at the event, because it's their memories we're going to look back on. I like to reminisce a lot, man. Photos are an incredibly important thing to me, but like we're going to be looking back on those sick photos for years to come, bro.
Another photographer shout out for the free ride flyer coming out soon.
Yes.
Oh, dude.
You didn't even like know how Ryan was going to take
I had
those
no
pictures.
idea. I had never met Ryan before.
Yeah, but you're like, so is he like following us on the luge? I'm like, bro, just to skate.
And there was one point where I was like, yeah, it's film. And you were like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. So basically me and Mitty, we'd been doing runs. I think it was day 2 or 3. We'd been doing a lot of runs together. Mitty, if you don't know, is the most underrated free rider in the world.
Yes.
Underrated free rider. He is one of the best free riders in the world.
He's very good.
It is crazy. I'm not, the
crowd, what do you think of Mitty free riding?
honestly though, like you don't know until you know.
Yeah. Ye know.
Yeah, because he doesn't release clips of him free riding, except there's a couple of reels out now at _ Mitch _ Thompson _ on Instagram. Anyway, so basically Ryan's like, yeah, Mitty, I'll take some photos of you. And we were like, yeah, sweet. Anyway, so Mitty drops in front of me and I'm like, we're skating together. We're skating tight.
Skating, bro.
We're skating. But I'm like, I know that Ryan wants to take some photos of Mitty. So I'm like, yeah, sweet, let's go. And then through every corner, I'm like, yeah, go. Like overtake me so you can take some photos of him. Ryan was behind me the whole way, getting so many bangers. And he got the best photo I've ever seen of me.
Can you take a photo of it so I can...
I will. Yeah. I will take a photo. I believe it's going to be in the freeride flyer of Tepe, I believe. Don't quote me on it, but
So when you were taking that run with Ryan, and I did as well, did you take one with him
Oh, he was like
in that one?
He was with
Dom,
me for
but
some
yeah.
reason.
Yeah. So when you looked to see if he was near you, and then you saw that he was 3 centimeters away,
Yeah.
did it shock you?
Yes and no, because Mitty had told me the whole time that he's about as good as it gets when it comes to being with a skater.
And he is a skater. He knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry for the
Yeah.
noise.
so yeah, this photo is amazing. Jack's gonna pop it up on screen now.
Yep.
Boop.
I'm in it. Actually.
Yeah,
I just
Mitty's in
wanna
it.
say
Mitty's
I'm
in
the
front of me. Yeah, again, most underrated free rider in the world.
Yeah. But no, it's a banger. And he shot
it is a
film
banger.
all that weekend, and it was all.
Yeah,
He was
it's
he
all
was
so
he was
good.
developing film in
Yeah.
his car at night time.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you to Ryan for he came up to me and he took a really nice portrait of me.
Yep.
I say it all the time, but I'm not in front of the lens often. I'm usually behind it. And he walked up to me with a print of me, a really nice photo. And I've got a lot of respect for photographers like himself who, you know, they take beautiful photos. And he came up to me, gave me a print, and he said, "This is for your mum." And he's not met my mum, but you know what my mum's like for us boys at skate. And so, dude, shout out to Ryan. Shout out to everything shout out to his photography, but shout out to everything that Ryan's doing to help out.
Yeah.
Pap Dog with the free ride flyer. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold up Pap Dog's little sticker here.
Bang.
Shout out to Pap Dog. It was good to meet Pap Dog, man. Like,
Yeah.
names that we have these people on social media, but to meet them for the first time.
People you see on your phone,
Yes.
and they actually exist.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're
not
not
exactly,
NPCs.
man. That's the way. That's the way to describe it. People you see on your phone,
Yeah.
and then you meet them and they actually exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was the craziest shit. That was like Roger for me,
Yeah.
Norm,
It's
David,
crazy. It's the best thing.
everyone that I shouted out before. Like they're on your phone,
Yeah.
but they actually exist, man. Wow.
But shout out to Ryan, shout out to Pap Dog. If you haven't heard of the free ride flyer, they're doing taking beautiful photos at these events in the States, and they're compiling it into a physical magazine.
Yeah.
And print media for downhill skateboarding is literally what got me into bombing hills. I'll tell that story another time, but print media's gone. And
Yeah.
so to hear about people putting in the work to bring it back, I don't care if you make one zine from each event you go to, or you're putting random zines out, or they're doing a fully fledged magazine like what Pap Dog and Ryan were talking to me about. Go and support it. Buy one. There's nothing better. I'm speaking from experience, and I've done it with you guys in this room. But pulling something off the shelf from a time, for example, I can pull a magazine off from 10 years ago. 15 years ago. I got a Concrete Wave from 2003. And to be able to flick through and see what was happening in skateboarding at that time, it's a really special thing. So if you're listening to this, if you support Get That, do me a favor and go and support the Free Ride Flyer as well, because they're great people. They've got the passion. They're putting in the work to make us happy. And they did.
Yeah, 100%. That I've got that at home. That's on my wall.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll never get rid of that photo. I'll be showing my kids that.
Yeah.
My kids will be showing their kids that.
Bro,
Their
you
kids will be
protected
showing
that
their kids that.
print with your body for the rest of that trip too. You were like,
Yeah.
"Where's my print?" Okay,
Yeah,
it's
where's
good.
my print? It's
good.
Yep.
You
Yeah, I
protected it better than your passport.
Yeah.
I put
No,
mine
that was
in
Jayden.
between my laptop for the whole trip.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I
flat in
did.
my
That's what
laptop.
I did.
Shout out to Ryan, man.
So yeah. Anyway, so last day.
So we did that sick run.
So we did that sick run.
fast,
Yeah.
And then we're like, we'll get Jack in on a run.
Yeah, we'll get Jack in on a run, and I thought, what better time?
With the
Let's
phone.
join the real crew, baby.
Let's become
Let's
real
join
skaters.
it. Let's become real skaters. Let's make some money, man.
REELS.
Yeah, we are now real skaters.
Hell yeah.
So anyway, so we drop in. I'm like, Jack, let's get a reel. I'm gonna get the best reel of you right now. Skating
You were
down
killing
Tepe.
it.
And
Yeah,
man,
framed
I
up.
had it framed. I didn't think I could film that well, man. That was my first reel.
Our only issue then was we kind of dropped in the latter
Yeah,
50%.
yeah. So we did
Not
exactly what I said not to do, and we
Yeah.
dropped in the back half because you know what? That's on me because I said I've got my phone out. I don't know how well I'm going to skate.
Yeah.
So Mitty's pushing me, getting close to Jack. Mitty, do you want to explain why in the reel on @Balladom on Instagram, why you're flying past us?
So I'm just chilling behind you boys, having a fun old time. I'm like, yeah, sick. I'll get Dom close to Jack, keep him there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're coming into like one of the tighter righty corners up the top, and I'm like, okay, who's behind us? Because like we weren't going too quick. We were chilling.
No, we were chilling for sure.
So I like look back and I see like a familiar face that I've seen at American events before, and I'm like, oh hell no, I'm getting out of here. And I've got my air lid on already. I'm like, okay.
You just hit the boost.
I closed the visor, full tucked, and I was past you boys and gone. I didn't even look back.
Again, that's in the reel. Mitty, that's the exact moment Mitty flies.
I just realized, I'm like, okay, we're in trouble.
And he doesn't say anything to us. He doesn't even say, hey boys, we should probably get moving.
Well, I didn't want to ruin the reel.
Anyway, so yeah.
So yeah, you can pick up from there because
I
fucked off.
Mitty
I got
boosted.
something to say.
Oh yeah, Jack?
Well, it's like you're at a free ride. You got to know, what's the words I can use? You got to know how to read the room, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's certain corners you're not going to drift on, specific lefts. You're not going to drift on specific rights.
Mm-hmm.
So we're bulling in right, and there's someone close in front of me, and they drifted on a left that I would usually grip right before a right where you'd usually drift.
Mm-hmm.
And like you should be doing at a free ride event or riding in pack runs. Which are fun for everyone, but there's a time like when you need to know understanding how to read the room, so to say. And someone in front of me did drift on a left where we would all usually grip. So immediately I'm like, I don't want to run up the arse of him. It was in a line where I had I couldn't go around him during this particular line, so I had to do a little drift too. Knowing full well that Dom's behind me, he's going to read the room and do the same.
Yeah. So I read the room, as Jack said.
Continue.
And I did the same. And we've got this all on the video. I do the same thing. I'm filming Jack. I've kept him in frame somehow this whole time. I kind of slow up a little bit because it was a dangerous area. Like that's one of the most dangerous corners on the track.
It was the right with the barriers.
Yeah, it was the right with the water barriers.
People crashing all weekend.
So I'm like, yep, all good. I've survived. And then all of a sudden I just hear yelling. And I'm like, fuck. And so like we've got this all in the video. Someone's coming up behind me. He hits my board. Like this is all in slow motion for me. This is in like less than a second. He hits my board. We survive. Then he grabs me and pulls me off my board. Now, look, it's not ideal. And it didn't feel good. And I know that it shouldn't have happened.
Didn't sound good either.
It didn't
I've never
sound
heard
good.
That kind of noise.
That was my second head hit of the trip, and it's not ideal. But the video, yes, you can see the grabbing motion. You can see
clear penalty.
It's a clear illegal
what
tackle.
What card would they give? Red or yellow card?
That is a red card every day of the week.
You're an Everton supporter,
I'm an
right?
Everton supporter. Yeah. Shout out to Everton. They won this morning to stay up from the relegation battle.
Anyways.
So anyway, clear red card. He's taking me down. He's yelling. He's blaming me. Anyway, not my fault. What am I supposed to do? Read the room.
Read the room, bro.
Yeah, so I came out of that
and shit happens.
Shit happens, man.
Come on, bro. Yeah.
But it was definitely avoidable, but it's all good because everyone at Tepe, except for Mitch Thompson, had a fall. Every single
he had one.
I fell.
Everyone got road rash.
Everyone had road rash on their elbows, knees, and everything.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
But your boy wears knee pads like a good man. Jack does too. I didn't.
If I wore elbow pads, I would have been okay.
I didn't get any road rash.
But
I was sleeping pretty.
So our sheets were clean.
So bro. Jack's going to insert the clip right now, and you can watch the full, 15 seconds.
Give them a little gap so they can hear.
Boom.
Bro, the noise that he makes is hilarious too.
All right, so yeah, that's the clip.
But hey,
yeah.
look, like I said earlier, we're paying money to ride down crazy hills on our wheeled
Shit happens.
recreational devices.
Yeah, man.
This happens.
Yeah, and you know what? For that to be the only road rash I got the whole trip, basically.
And
Yeah.
didn't you whinge about it? Oh, my
yeah,
God.
that shit hurt.
And it's just like, I'm not going to play the entirety of that video. I'll play
No,
the start,
of
but
course.
it's like in the video, Dom saying, "Are you all right, man?" Dom just got dragged down off his board by another person. Dom's there saying, "Are you all right?" And this guy is A, not responding, and then B, is just like being like quite rude. And he's wearing Get That. And how are you going to treat someone
exactly,
like
you can't.
Was he wearing Get That?
No,
No,
I
he
was.
was.
Oh, you were.
The judiciary rules.
Yeah.
Guilty.
that? But it's just like, this is going to happen. And if it does happen, you have to be understanding of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you should be kind to other people.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, for sure. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
That's what I will say. It could have been worse.
Was that your last run of the weekend?
That was my last round of the weekend because I definitely had a concussion and a bad one.
So I saw that something happened. Did I?
Yeah.
I think I stopped.
You
for
stopped,
I
yeah.
stopped.
You
Hope
stopped.
You stopped.
I'm
I
a good
did
friend,
skate
though.
down the hill after. I did skate down the hill behind you.
Yeah.
And yeah, it wasn't a smart idea. I shouldn't have done that.
No. But yeah, we're really good friends, bro. Because when I stacked it, you stopped for me. When you stopped, I stopped.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Hey,
Exactly.
put it there, bro.
Exactly.
That's how it is, man.
Off because he knows.
Because he knows
Yeah.
what's happening.
But I think I took another bonus after that,
Yeah.
knowing full well going on the run up that would be my bonus, so to say. But again, man, that road.
Sick.
Yeah, so
what was
sick.
your favorite part of the road?
My favorite part of the road is that ridey.
The ridey?
Because everyone is just sketching around that
Yeah.
ridey. No one is comfortable.
Yeah.
No one that I skated with was comfortable in that ridey. Like
About you?
There was
everyone's comfortable, but something's gonna happen every time.
Yeah.
There was a part I think before that ridey where the road goes. As the ridey before that, you come out of it and it's like really cambered one way and then really cambered the other way.
My
Yeah, The
favourite.
top
You could hit some
chicane
mean
thing,
early grabs on that. You could
My
pump it.
favorite,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
because you are
Yeah,
just
I forgot
so
about that.
low.
Yeah.
And if you're in Tuck, you can't see.
I
over
will
the
say-
ridge. It's,
Yeah.
That's
I
it
will
really
say
sums up Tepe.
that no one that I skated with went faster through that than Jack.
Yeah.
No one.
Oh,
Bro, one
No
point,
one.
I was in front and I looked back and Jack is like hot on my ass and catching
He
over.
was flying.
I don't know what you were doing through that section, but you were catching.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm thinking this is the funnest part of this road, and I'm here on the other side of the world with my friends. I'm gonna go hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There were definitely people that went faster. We just went skating with them. But
Yeah.
that, I must say, through that part, that was the section where I wanted to just like hook it, man. It is so fun. I love Tepe.
Yeah,
I
man.
love that whole weekend, man. Seeing everyone, just seeing, bro, meeting people, having conversations with these people,
Yeah.
seeing people from years ago.
Can I say shout out to everyone that bought a shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
shout out to everyone on the board.
That was amazing. You sold them all. You
Yeah.
sold out. You needed more. You needed like 50 more.
I
bro.
needed more.
Like I don't know about you, Dom. But
Yeah,
we were
man.
like salesmen for Jack.
I feel like we were doing most of the work. Not
I know.
gonna lie, man.
Jack was like buggering off and talking to people, and they're like, "Oh, can I get a shirt?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
sure." One point, I gave Jack like so much money. I was like, "Here you go. Like, here's all this
Yeah,
money I
but,
just
like,
made you. Like, you're my pimp
Bro,
or something." I don't know.
screw the
Yeah.
money, man. The fact that people, the fact that I had 100 and something shirts and they all went on that weekend is so.
Exactly.
It's like special, man. There's all these legendary people now who, own a piece of Get That and can rep it. And like I said, you can only have this shirt if you were at the event.
Not next year's event, not last year's event, this event that we just happened.
If we go back and
It's gonna be
Kevin
a
gives
different
me the
shirt.
AOK to do another one, it's not going to be a grey
Yeah.
shirt. It's
No.
going to be a purple shirt or a blue shirt
Yeah.
or something. So if
So
you
yeah,
have one of these, you own a piece of history. Thank you for supporting Get That.
thank you for listening. Thank
Are
you
we
for
gonna-
watching.
Should we wrap this up?
Probably.
So, if you've listened this far, shout out to you. We appreciate it. We originally had the thought of all getting together and doing maybe 2 podcasts, talk about the whole
It's
trip.
not going to happen.
Our trip has consisted so far of Malibu for 3 days, Tepe for the 5 or 6. Next episode, hopefully Jayden doesn't have a sore belly. We'll be talking about our stop at San Francisco and our stop at Maryhill. And then the fourth leg of this podcast series will be us in North Carolina. So if you enjoyed this one, please let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed Dom being on the show for the second time, let us know in the comments.
Tell him to come back.
Shout out to Mitty, as always, for,
shout out to Mitty.
getting in the car from how many hours away?
3 and a bit.
3 and a bit out.
Long way.
I've said this before. No one has more kilometers under their belt than this guy. So I appreciate you jumping on.
Cheers, Bruzzy. Thanks for having me.
And you're off to what's next weekend, which is when this will come out.
The weekend this comes out, I'll be up at Rob Dog's place in Outlaw.
Yeah,
that'll be pretty sick. Up at Broken Head, up on the coast there, but hopefully she's dry.
Yep, fingers crossed.
We'll see. Look out on Rob Dog's Instagram for some updates.
Yep. Any final shout outs, boys? Shout out to Comet Skateboards for hooking Get That up. Like I said, believing in Get That.
Shout out to Harry. Shout out to Harry. Flipping my gourd on Instagram.
Shout out to LBDR.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin.
Shout out to D-Loons. Watch that video right now.
Everyone
turn this off. Watch that video.
Watch this video.
Yeah.
But everyone we met at Tepe, I love you so much. You made us so happy.
Yeah.
And
thank you
be
so
back.
much. Yeah.
Shout out to Duddy as well. Love you, Duddy.
Thank you, Duddy, for being here. Live audience.
You dig.